To keep it 100 with you all, while my last video of 38 remains canon, I am recording this video in my last few remaining days of being 38, and while this records while being the last couple days of being 38, this current video here that I'm now filming will be published and released for you all on Monday, July 22nd, 2024. With that said, let's get right into the main topic. Propaganda. Propaganda has been around for decades. Some would say even centuries. Propaganda comes in all forms, on all different kinds of ways, shapes, and forms, and it often involves lies. Now, it's a very messed up thing. It can come in so many different interpretations, which all include anything from ABC fake news, CBS fake news, NBC fake news, CNN fake news. But now in our more modern technological era, we have the propaganda and lies in the form of Facebook, and Google. I'll give one plus I really like about Google: the subtitle and transcript feature. That is a really neat thing that I wish the Rumble platform had, which doesn't. Rumble could have been better in how they do things. But one thing I can give credit for Google is the subtitle and transcript feature, especially how it hilariously bleeps out certain curses of profanity. But anyway, not to get too far off track. Propaganda. There's going to be a whole lot of it from now until November 5th. And a lot of it is very, very misleading, misinformation, lying what Trump said about abortion, lying about January 6th. You know who really was orchestrating all behind January 6th? Definitely has something to do with Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi has way more to do with this January 6th people talk about than Trump. Trump has made it very clear and had the notes to describe how he dealt with that day. But a question I have for all of you is, are you better off now? Are you well off than you were 5 years ago? 5 years ago was 2019. And are you better off 6 years ago, 2018? 2017 through 2019 were quite really well times that we've ever had as Americans. But there was an orchestrated, again, I'm probably repeating words again, so I'm going to try to get a flow of all kinds of words in this, but as the transcript is recording me doing all of this, the pandemic of February-March 2020 was very intentional, and I consider it a part of propaganda. Another part of this I want to mention in regards to all this is censorship. We are being censored just for getting thoughts and opinions that someone may not agree with. I believe that conversations and discussions should flow and be open between both parties. But here, this is the same one now where our current president is getting the questions and answers in advance, like they even did for back in 2016 for that as well. And that's one thing okay, I'm not gonna tell you who to vote for, or if you should even vote at all. I'm just giving what I want to say about what I consider this very important topic, which is propaganda. In my personal opinion, 2016 was one of the best years we ever had. We needed that in this country and world, in our country and in the world, on how 2016 played out. Or you could even go far back a year earlier and say 2015 with the escalator. But then 2020 with the pandemic was one of the worst, most horrible, terrible things that has ever happened to us, which we don't have control. And that's another thing. With the propaganda is a lot of control. The propaganda is control and manipulation to make you think certain ways, to act certain ways for the beneficial of the person giving out the bad lies of propaganda in so much kind of bad news. So you got 2016 being one of the best years ever, 2020 being one of the worst for so many reasons, of course. And now, here we are at this most crucial and essential time of November 2016. It's just under 120 days away. Could very much tell us how much either suckier the world's going to be after November 2024, or how much of an incredible and awesome thing it could be as well. But you got people wanting to vote for someone that's, I don't even know. I don't know how you guys think, like you're having illegals vote. The Democrats want the illegals to vote in the election. That's the only way they can win, is by having illegals. They can't do it from policy ways, and that's another thing. This video is starting to go on for a long while, so I'm going to try to break down the last few thoughts about all this. But this could come to. This is a very dangerous time, and propaganda has been around for so long, but it's the way in the commercials. It's going to come in all different forms. You're going to come into commercials. It's going to come into commercials. It's going to come to social media type ways on all the social media platforms to try to influence people. And you should be aware of that. Watch out for the lies. Do your own independent research on independent forums, because you know now definitely that you can't trust anything again with ABC fake news, ABC, CBS, CBS, ABC, MSDNC, all that kind of stuff. And at the current time of this recording, Trump's vice president has not yet been announced. So this is being recorded a little bit after my last day of 38 video, but technically speaking, to keep it real. But yeah, I can't wait to have this manipulation type video out for you all on Monday, July 22nd. And let me just give some concluding, wrapping up thoughts on manipulation, because I feel like this one's been going on for a while. And hopefully my future videos can be a bit more, not as rambly and a bit shorter. Because I don't like when I talk for long videos unless it warrants it for things. Because people have a really short attention span these days. But manipulation. Manipulation has been around for a long while. It's going to be a huge problematic thing in 2024 with our now less than 120 days. And it is lies. They are lies. Yeah, you could say they both lie, but see, Democrat has not been good now for recently, since anything past Bill Clinton, really, in the 90s. And yet, Republicans are not really swell either. No. Republicans are not. They're still part of that whole thing as well. Republicans often come in the shape of rhinos. Rhinos? Republican in name only. But I wouldn't consider Trump a Republican or a Democrat. Or definitely not a Republican. Trump is a whole thing in and of himself. Oh, that reminds me, to keep this current. There was recently some leakage footage of him being recorded inside his golf thing, where some guy was recording him. I don't know if Trump knew that he was being recorded, but I don't think it really matters, because I feel like Trump is going to say what's on his mind, whether he's being filmed or not, and that no matter what he says, whether it's being known to the public recorded or not, he is trying to look out for us. And people, there's been so many attacks against him, so many ways that they've been trying to bring this guy down, but he stopped being the billionaire lifestyle and could have just been on an island for the rest of his days, but he decided to help us as Americans while all this corrupt government is trying to bring us down, divide us, and really just take down the entire world in the most negative and really unsettling type of ways. But yeah, I'll give you credit. Subtitles and transcript, especially added the transcript part recently, it really makes YT a more enjoyable and quite ready experience for anyone to make videos. If you haven't done so already, you can check out my Spotify audio-only podcasts. which have about 700 episodes where they no longer make money. You can also check out my Rumble of any videos that I did not transfer, any other videos that I did not transfer over from Rumble to YouTube. And you can also check out my very brief little TikTok, which ran from September 2023 to March of 2024. And I can't tell you how long I'll be on YT. I don't know. Probably, with this being the last of the 4 platforms, that, at least for this one, it shows growth in certain ways. It shows, YT is the one that shows the most growth, the most adaptability to keep this going in some way. But again, this one's not monetized as well. Though Spotify and Rumble briefly were, which is a really great thing. Really, really, really terrific. But yeah, propaganda. Propaganda is going to come through the commercials. It's going to come through all the internet ads. It's going to come to you here, seen in all different ways, trying to have you go in a certain way. How you do that is ultimately up to you. They're not telling us at the time of this recording. They're not telling us who the actual Democratic candidate is. But I'm sure you'll vote. If you're a Democrat, I'm sure you'll vote for whoever it is, no matter which man or woman they decide to be it. But know this: whoever runs it, whoever that ends up being, it will still be the most awful and most not usable policies that you guys like. The only thing you guys like is abortion. Because I guess you like to kill babies and have very promiscuous sexual intercourse with little to no consequences to that. And that's part of it. So, propaganda, watch it from all times, but especially in the rest here of 2024. And when it's sunny, I got some backyard videos to hopefully film with songs that are a lot shorter than all this. And oh my god, how long have I been talking for? I can't even tell. And I got a real surprise treat for you guys coming up. Coming up to you sometime before September. A little something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. You'll see what it is in due time. And yeah. Everybody dance and have a good time. This is Millennial Man Motions Entertainment, LLC. Helping you realize about all the propaganda that's out there and is not going to go away. And it really, really is. It's bad for you. It's bad. And you should try to get away from media ever so often and just be in the real life of the real world of reality, because these are some very, very unsettling times, to say the least. Oh yeah, really messed up. Everybody dance and have a good time. I'll see you in any further videos. Be kind and excellent to one another. Shalom.